to see you guys. Sorry we missed you yesterday before live recording. We had another busy day, but you got one of our great old recordings. And today, Thursday, July 2nd, right before the July 4th holiday weekend, we've got a project with our great partner, VisArts. So big thanks to VisArts, great Rockville-based arts organization. If you have not gone on to my page, Councilmember Will Jawando on Facebook, you can download the project. It's a kind of a coloring paper mache type project that's going to go along with our first book, our theme, a painting type of theme. And the book is called Ish. And this is written by Peter Reynolds. And the Candlewick Press is the publisher. So we thank them for allowing us to read Ish. And so you'll see on my Facebook page this kind of watercolory type stuff on Councilmember Will Jawando. So take a look at that, because that is a great project you can do along with this book. And thank you again to VisArts for that. And then our second book is going to be something called My Three Best Friends and Me, Zule. And this is written by Carrie Best and illustrated by Vanessa Brantley Newton. And we thank the great folks at Margaret Ferguson Books for the permission to read this. So that's our book today, and I think this is about a young girl who doesn't have her eyesight, who's blind, and how she connects with her three best friends. So this will be cool to learn. So we're going to start out with our Ish book after we do our shout outs and our welcome song. So I want to thank John, Little John, Audrey, Shamir, and Trini for joining us earlier this week, and everyone else who was with us. Thank you for joining. I know there's some people that joined earlier in the week as well. Really happy to see you, and welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm excited. So today, we're not going to do a live story time tomorrow since it's July 4th holiday weekend. But we will post something. Okay, we'll post something for sure for those who still want a story time to see. All right, let's do our welcome song. I'm trying to see if there's anyone who said hi to me right now. All right, we clap and sing hello. We clap and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. We wave and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we wave and sing hello. And then we get a deep voice, Mr. Mortimer. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome back. All right, let's do our first book, which is Ish. And hi to Maggie McNeely. Good morning. Good to see everybody. All right. Ish by Peter H. Reynolds. Cool page. Ramon loved to draw. Who likes drawing? Who likes drawing? Anytime. In his bed, anything. Trash cans he's drawing there, anywhere, even on the toilet. He loved to draw. One day, Ramon was drawing a vase of flowers. His brother Leon leaned over his shoulder. Leon burst out laughing. Flowers. What is that? He asked. Not being very nice. Ramon could not even answer. He just crumpled up the drawing and then threw it across the room. Crumpled up the piece of paper because he was so frustrated. Leon's laughter haunted Ramon. He kept trying to make his drawings look right, but they never did. Now remember that crumpled up, because that's part of the project. After many months and many crumpled sheets of paper, Ramon put his pencil down. I'm done, he said. See all the paper he threw all over the place? Marisol, his sister, was watching him. What do you want? He snapped. I was watching you draw, she said. Ramon sneered. I'm not drawing anymore. Go away. Marisol ran away, but not before picking up a crumpled sheet of paper. Hey, come back here with that. Ramon raced after Marisol, up the hall and into her room. He was about to yell, but fell silent when he saw his sister's walls. He stared at the crumpled gallery. She had put up all the crumpled up pieces of paper on the wall. This is one of my favorites, Marisol said, pointing. That was supposed to be a vase of flowers, Ramon said, but it doesn't look like that. Well, it looks vase-ish, she exclaimed. Vase-ish, kind of. Vase-ish? Ramon looked closer. Then he studied the drawings on Marisol's walls and began to see them in a whole new way. They do look ish, he said. Ramon felt light and energized. Thinking ishly allowed his ideas to flow freely. He began to draw what he felt. Loose lines, quickly springing out without any worry. That's what art's all about, right? Free expression. Ramon once again drew and drew the world around him, making an ish drawing felt wonderful. He filled his journals. Tree-ish, house-ish, boat-ish, afternoonish, fish-ish, sun-ish. A whole bunch of different kinds of ishes. Ramon realized he could draw feelings-ish feelings too. Peace-ish, silly-ish, excited-ish. His ish art inspired ish writing. He wasn't sure if he was writing poems, but he knew they were poem-ish. One spring morning, Ramon had a wonderful feeling. It was a feeling that even ish words and ish drawings could not capture. He decided not to capture it. Instead, he simply savored it. Sometimes you just got to sit back and enjoy. And Ramon lived ishfully ever after. Very cool. Reminder, you are the artist. You can do what you want. So if you look online on my page, my Facebook page, and hi, Mateo. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. Glad you're here. Good morning, Audrey Christian family. If you go to the Councilmember Jawando page, you'll see a way, some explanations and some diagrams about how you can draw and paint ishly. Doesn't have to be, it can be whatever you think and feel. And there's some suggestions there about the colors. And you can print out the picture of the mirror there and do it with that. So cool, very cool. All right, let's do our, let's wash our hands. Long weekend coming up. Get them nice and clean. 2 times, tops and bottoms. You ready? Tops and bottoms, tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, scrub them all together. Now they're clean, now they're clean. Remember, warm soap and water, do it twice. Tops and bottoms, in between, in between. Rub them all together, scrub them all together. Now they're clean, now they're clean. All right. Hope your hands are clean, Mateo. Here we go. Our next book, My 3 Best Friends and Me, Zule. And this is about the young girl who doesn't have her sight. So we'll learn about that and how she navigates with her friends. In class 1 through 3, there are 22 chairs and 22 desks, 22 pencils and 22 books, 22 hooks and 22 smocks. There are 22 people and 22 names, and one of them is mine, Zulay. He's a good counter. We come to school in our uniform blues, by bus, by car, or by our mamas. Like me, our blouses ironed, our hair shampooed. Four best friends who help each other. 4 best friends who help themselves. Maya, Nancy, Zulay, and Chung. We link our arms and skip our legs and sing like the stereo till Miss Perkins, the hall lady, tells us to stop. You have new perfume, I say. And she says back, Zulay doesn't miss a thing, which makes me smile and show my tooth that's loose from eating those carrots that I washed and scraped myself. It's time for school, Nancy says, and sure enough, when the shoe shuffling stops, we're all lined up for 2 arm hugs from our teacher, Mrs. Seeger, who leads us to our door. Good morning, everybody, she says. Then her key clicks the lock for class to begin. You notice all the details that she knows? We hang up our bags and we take down our chairs and don't care if they land softly or thunder like a stampede. I feel with my knees for where the chair fits and sit in my seat like Mrs. Long at the library, like I can't wait for someone to ask me a question. Ooh, 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 me. Inside my desk, there are crumpled papers, pencils, and kisses, and a folded up cane. A folded up cane that I push to the back for later. So she used to help her get around. See about that later. Then my mama bought me new shoes. They're pink, she said, and good for running. But I forget there's no talking in Miss Seeger's class. If you have something to share, Zulay, please raise your hand. So I'll just think about my new shoes and try hard not to talk. Mrs. Seeger says this morning we'll do shapes and numbers and lots of really good writing. Some of you will get help with math, and some of you will read with me. Then Mrs. Turner will work with Zulay while the rest of us go to the gym. And after lunch, there will be a big surprise. I don't like when I hear my name sticking out there by itself. If no one else has to have Mrs. Turner help them, then why do I? Zulay thought. But I don't say the way I feel. I might stick out even more, like a car alarm in the night, waking everybody up. It's tough to be different sometimes. Now it's time for shapes. What's a pyramid? I go and touch it. All 5 sides before I draw one at my desk. Up and down and right and left. I hold the pencil with one hand and follow the pencil point with 2 fingers of my other hand. How's this, I ask? And Maya says, a teeny bit crooked. So I try to draw it straight like my cane, my folded up cane. That's what's waiting for me in my desk. Then we do numbers. And Maya says, huh? So I'll explain the columns of 10s and 1s until she understands. Writing is next. This is what I type on my brailler. One day I'll run, and the wind will push me, and the sun will shine me, and I'll feel like a bird who opens her wings and flies, only I'll fly with my feet. Ding, 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 ding. So she has a special typer, like a typewriter, that helps her get her words out because it's better, turns it into Braille so that she can then read it afterwards, after she writes it, right? And Braille is a certain you use your fingers and your hands to read if you can't see. Today it's Chung's turn to type her name on my machine. The dots feel like goosebumps, she whispers, and I laugh. That's how I read, I say. I see with my fingers. Reading used to be hard before my hands learned the way. So was climbing a tree and swimming, because in the beginning, all I did was fall and sink and not want to do it. Like, I don't want to do that with my cane. You'll learn the cane too, Mrs. Turner told me, but she never said it would be a cinch, which means easy. I know she's here now. My nose knows. I can smell her juicy fruit and the smell of fresh outside. Because she can't see, she really uses her other senses. Remember our 5 senses? Hearing, sight, smelling, touch, and taste. First, Miss Turner has me feel the cane after I take it out of my desk. That colding cane. I open it and I fold it and I hold it in my lap. I imagine how I look with this thing that no one else has. And I want to shout, no! Like I did last time. But instead, I try to be patient and get it over and done with. Out in the hallway, Mrs. Turner says, the cane will let you walk down streets where there are curbs and corners. One day you'll be an expert at finding your way outside. The way you are an expert around your classroom, Miss Turner said. You see, it's helping her know where things are so she can get around. Then we practice together in the big outside with no walls or desks or friends. Side to side, side to side. Let the cane touch things first. You have to learn to trust it, says Mrs. Turner with her juicy, fruity smell. My cane finds a tree, and my cane finds a car. It snaps back, and it gets stuck until I say, I'm so tired, which makes Mrs. Turner say, okay, we can go back inside now. I'm happy to put the cane away, but Nancy wants to try it out. No, I shout and put it back at the back of my desk for tomorrow. After lunch, we dance and sing, shaking our heads and our tails. Maya, Nancy, Zule, and Chung, our arms attached like sausage links as the boys whistle, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. So we're back at our desks waiting for Mrs. Seeger's surprise. Are you ready? Whispers Chung. Ready, I say. And Nancy says, shh, way too loud for my ears. In 3 weeks, Mrs. Seeger tells us we will be having field day. My favorite day, one of my favorite days of school. There will be contests and races and games outside. Some people whisper and some people shout. Some even clap like Maya and me. Go home and think about which event you would like to be in, Mrs. Seeger says. And everybody does. The next morning, we sound like noisy bees, buzzing and buzzing. Maya would like to play capture the flag. Nancy wants to play tug of war. Chung thinks she can walk holding an egg on a spoon. Everyone wants to do something different. And what about you, Zule? Mrs. Seeger asks. I would like to run the race in my new pink shoes, I say to a class as silent as stones, except for Mrs. Turner. She's here again. You go, girl, she says. Let's work with you and your cane on the track. She's like, you can do it. Then she takes me to the wide outside. The cane jabs and pokes and snaps. Let the cane be your longest finger, she says, when you need to know what's coming. I wonder if I can get it right, Zule thought. I hear the other kids. They're practicing too, huffing and puffing and laughing. This stuff's so hard. Someone complains, and I know just how he feels. Only I'm not laughing because I'm not so sure I can do it. A few days later, I surprise myself. I get from my classroom to the track all by myself, walking with the cane. Now you're cooking, Mrs. Turner says, and I believe that I really am. Then she gives me a stick of her juicy fruit gum, and I give her a kiss of my chocolate. And it's time to practice running, she says. We try our best to glue our arms, running ourselves as one. Mrs. Turner and I get all mixed up with our knees and our legs and our feet. Then one day, after so many days, we finally get it right. Mrs. Turner and me, our legs and our feet all know how fast we can go. On field day, everyone is bubbling. I hear mamas and papas and cameras clicking. Friends are here with their yays. My event is the very last event, and it's about time to start. All right, Zule, here we go. Mrs. Turner and I stand at the top of the track, so ready to run the race. The smooth round track that I know like my hands, the track that I know like my feet. Run, Zule, run, my friends all shout. The way I shouted for them, Maya, Nancy, Zule, and Chun, 4 best friends who help each other, 4 best friends who help themselves. So with the wind pushing me and the sun shining me, I feel like that bird that went flying. She ran the race by herself. So cool. Good job, Zule. You can do anything, guys. Just got to work hard and have people who help and have good friends who support you. Good story there. All right. 2 really good books today. So if you paint anything or draw anything with your ish style on my page, send it to me. I'd love to see it. All right. Hope to see everybody on Monday. Our library is open for curbside pickup. And you can order, who holds online for books and pick them up there. So I've also posted that on my page. If you need any more information, go to the Montgomery County Public Library website. Looking forward to seeing you. Remember, next week, we're going to go to 2 days a week. And so we're going to do Wednesdays and Fridays next week, since libraries have opened up a little bit, but we're still not fully. So we're still going to be doing story time. We'll go to 2 days a week. We've got some special events coming up as well. So I'll tell you more about that next week. Have a very safe July 4th. Remember, not a lot of fireworks going on. We're not going outside in big groups, but enjoy time with your friend, your family, your immediate family. If you do go out, social distance, wear a face covering. Okay. If you're over 2 years old, keep safe. We're doing well in this area. We've got to keep it going. All right. See everybody next week, and have a wonderful 4th of July as we fight for the rights of everybody here in this country. We clap and sing goodbye. We clap and sing goodbye. With our friends, it's story time. We clap and sing goodbye. We wave and sing goodbye. We wave and sing goodbye. With our friends, it's story time. We wave and sing goodbye. And wish Seamus and his lovely bride-to-be a very happy wedding. And Fatmata on my staff a happy birthday. Bye, everybody.